So generally, we all people, including Vice Chancellor or any top leader who is there, all of us work right from early morning till evening for some or other cause. It may be lead to our job, it may lead to our wealth, it may be lead to our happiness, it may be lead to some service or anything. So we all are wondering here and there for some or other thing. But when we're doing all these things, do we know that are we getting something about it? That is, are we getting healing intelligence? Are we having the wellness? And all this is being directly depend on what the happiness index we are having. So when we want to work on this happiness index, so what is been required? So they are saying that many of the books here, just I put out some of them. So the book that is Anatomy of Healing has said that there was a person who was having a various disease. So he came with the solution of healing himself with the some of the brain chemicals, and he worked on that, and he was totally healed without any disease. There were many pains for some person. He was taking around 13 to 14 different medicines for curing his pains, but due to the increasing endorphin in his body and having some activities of endorphin, he has relieved the bodies. Same thing, the various books are there like placebo, that is, you can heal your life. All these are telling about what we as an individual has a power and capacity to work on the our disease or illness. If all these particular chemicals which are there in our brain, which are there in our body, if we try to accelerate them, try to increase at that level, no any illness can touch to us. So how this can be done, or what we have to do? So for that we required that. And normally what happens actually, every time this total things doesn't happen, means all the chemicals does not come into. But we have all the people here. Now here we are in some stress. Now initially sir has mentioned that some questions will be there, so everyone is now in stress. Now what to answer? Then now every there is a problem for everyone, is that there is a stress level increase. But we have to understand that yes, there are the stress chemicals also in us that are also required. That is nothing that every all the chemicals we have to suppress, because when the stress chemicals will be not generated, if any frightened thing is happened, when we are some lion is in front of us and we want to run over there, so automatically that stress chemicals has to be generated, which will give the muscle power and we will run. Otherwise those also will not generate, then it will be a problem to us. So there should be the balance, that how much stress element should be there and how to take it. So this all, if these stress elements are there, so ultimately our body is going under psychosomatic disease, and our body start deviating day by day. So we have to see that how much stress we have to take, how to engineering that particular chemicals. So that's why just my little try is that why then that title was there in the engineering. So what is engineering? Generally it is nothing but a planning, designing, manufacturing, and assembly of something, and to get a something output. So here what we are doing the planning, we are designing something, we are manufacturing happy chemicals in our brain. And what is output? Output is nothing but a happiness, our the best life. So that is what actually we are expecting from this. So engineering of our chemical brain chemicals, and so to get the happiness, because this is a component what helps us to create this. As we know that God already has engineered very good things, God has done his activity. We as a human beings also has done the very good engineering. These are the various examples what you can see in front. All these are the all the man-made engineering things. Now when it comes to the happiness, what is actually the happiness? As I told you that key healing intelligence and wellness is only depend on the what happiness we get. The happiness is nothing but a feeling of a joy, contentment, pleasure, and nothing but happiness is a harmony in a self. Very important part. It's harmony in a family. It is harmony in a society and harmony in the nature. And the last is a very important part. In the University of Oxford has done the case study that till the age of 90-95 people, where the peoples are very, very happy. And around that, they have found that this is only possible only when there is a good relationship between us. So harmony in relationship is a very important part. Nowadays, we are thinking talking about the neutron energy. And this neutron energy will be the future energy. How this neutron energy develop? It is developed from the the power of the God. This whatever the energy we are having, here also we are having that neutron energy. So that neutron energy is being captured and we are getting electricity. This will be the future electricity. Now we are having solar and all the things. Okay, now the future energy is a neutron energy which is around us, and this energy is being generated with a good relationship. If I am having good relationship with sir, so that energy will be automatically generated in the bonding. So as much as the energy is there, so that will help you to boost yourself and heal yourself also. So that's why they're saying that they have done the various case studies and they have proved that happiness is nothing but a harmony in the relationship. Then when we talked about the happiness index of our India, and it's a very bad news that we are around 126 out of 133 in the country, in the world. So what we can see that the healthy life expectation, what we are expecting is very less, and that's why we have to work, because we are talking about 2040, 47 as a powerful country in the world. So this will be the very important, because unless until we as a human being does not work for the whatever the cause we are doing, if we are not healthy, we can't do anything. So we have to work on this particular thing. So now when we talked about stress and depression, this is some statistic that 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 women as on now are in depression. This is a source I have given you. This is a statistic which they are talking about. Here we can see the extreme stress people. 33% of the people in the world are under extreme stress. 77% in the physical health, 73 in the mental health, 48 due to the sleep problems, 31 in the biggest health problems are there. When we talked about the mental and the stress, we can see 51% are feeling depressed, 61 are feeling anxiety, and they are having anxiety, 46 are ill due to the unhealthy due to the stress. So when we talked about the disease, what I was actually concerned, because when there is some disease with me or anyone over here, if there is a disease to me, I can't stand here and can't deliver anything. So that they are saying that component is around 40 to 75 to 90%, which the stress has caused the mortality and morbidity of the people. So it's a very worrisome that this stress level every day nowadays is being increased. So to work on that, we have to work for the integration of all these chemicals. As we know that dementia or the Alzheimer is also one of the thing which is coming very higher. Next is the Parkinson. The people are facing. Fortunately, I've seen that this Parkinson Alzheimer was coming after the age of 70s or 65 above. But while delivering or just interacting with the people, I have found the cases at 24 age. That person is having a Parkinson. Person is having the Alzheimer. So this is a very worrisome for all of us. Initially, also we were saying that blood pressure or the BP and the sugar were triggered after the 50s. Now we can see it is coming in 10s and 15s also. So same thing, all these diseases are coming very closer to us. So we have to be very alert in these particular cases and to avoid them. So the powerful thing what we have is a brain. And here we know that there are 135 billion neurons are there, which are working for all these cause. So all the things what our brain does, we all know that thinking, planning, motivation, sleep, mood, attention, all these, whatever is required for the very happy person, everything is being monitored by brain. And this brain generates some of the chemicals. So these are the various parts of the brain which are responsible for the various functions to get it. So now what is actually the engineering of brain, why it has been needed, as I told that. And we have these 4 very important chemicals in our brain. First is the dopamine, second is oxytocin, third is the serotonin, and fourth is endorphin. So we can call it as a dose, and it is a dose of life. So every day, every moment we have to take this dose and we have to go further to become very fit. So when we talked about the dopamine, this dopamine is generated and we get this is neurotransmitters where we in synapse and it get transferred. When there is a decrease in that does not transfer and we get the problems in that. So dopamine is what? The dopamine release when we get some reward, when we get some something what is we get a pleasure. So the pleasure can be anything. Some may have the pleasure in eating the vada pav. Okay, he may be happy and he get a pleasure and that dopamine is generated. Some may having going climbing on the hill. Some may having that early wake up and I should go for the walk. some may having for getting a good marks. So the reward taking mechanism of each and every person is different. Okay, but here the dopamine does not know that whatever the reward you're taking is by the good way or a bad way. He generates when you are having the some reward, you get some pleasure. So that is a very important part. They're saying that. So what are the unhealthy ways of increasing dopamine, which is a problematic in the future of all of us? So everyone now is a very much fond of the mobiles and the social media. Everyone wants that I should have more likes on my Instagram. I should have more likes on my Facebooks. Everyone should share it. And if instantly when we wake up, we see the phone that whatever I posted, if my status, how many people have seen my status, how many people has reposted my any post. We first activity in early morning, we just open and see it. So that is one of the reward giving technique for us. Please keep in mind that every day all these things which are saying that games is there or alcohol taking, this will give the reward. But if someone does not like your post, someone does not share your post, will you stop your dopamine? Is a question for them. And this is happening for all the young generations, and we have to alert them that this is one of the biggest challenge for all of us to see that. This is one of the very important excessive shopping. We go for shop one sari and we come with the big full bags of the saris at the time. So this is also a kind of giving the rewards to the people, and we don't know what happens. So one or other time it may be happen that yes, it is even possible to get a more shopping, but someday will come that you can't do that. So addiction of the tea means many people that early in the bed they require tea, but what will happen when at that time you will not get a tea? It was to me also. If I don't drink the tea in the morning, then my head starts spinning because it was straight to my brain that if I drink a tea, there will be no pains in my head. But fortunately, and some due to having acidity, now I have to cut down my tea and I have to change my towards a coffee. But now my brain is trained for that. So we have to train the brains. It is everything is to training the brain that yes, we have to accept it and go ahead. So don't make a habit of going to that and stuck to that. So we need a change for that. So this is also very important part. We every time want to get appreciate from whatever we are doing. As for example, now after the lecture, I may also expect that vice chancellor or some may say that Sachin, you have done a good work. But no, now I know that yes, it was my duty. What I have learned, I should share it. That's it. That is my happiness. That is my dopamine. And everyone has to be there because every time no one will come and appreciate you. No one will come and every time say that thank you to you. And this is a many problems. One of the biggest thing what I've seen that gossiping is a very bad habit we are having. And some people, frankly, I will tell that I've seen many cases, unless until I gossip, I will not get a dopamine. That is a happiness component of some of the people. So, and that will not happen every time. That is also a problem. And that's why the dopamine decreases. So we should understand that what are the things. And if this low dopamine is there, what happens? And we don't know. There is a sleep deprivation is there, obesity, we go under that drug abuse, high use stress is increased, back pain is there, difficult in swallowing, constipation is there. We are having a low moods and having I think last 2-3 days only we have celebrated a World Sleep Day. World Sleep Day was celebrated last 3 days. Just I was driving a car and there was some news in that. And they have said that 74% of the people are not having a complete sleep. The reason is OTT, what they have given me. The OTT and all the mobiles are the one of the reason what we are not going. We go on the bed and we on our mobiles and we start some chatting or we see some movie or some series and then we are not having a complete sleep. What they are saying. So these are the few activities what are also having a high dopamine because they trigger very high dopamine. That is also one of the problems. So we require some balance of that. So anxiety is there, agitation is there. So as I told that less dopamine is one of the reason of the Parkinson. And these are all the symptoms of the Parkinson. So actually I started with this mission that no one should get a Parkinson because the Parkinson is a disease which actually is a defensive dopamine and we don't know that what is a reward giving technique for us, what is a pleasure giving technique for us. We train our minds accordingly that and our mind also prepare for that brain and accordingly it started generating the dopamine. So we have to curtail it, and we have to change our lifestyle and all the things. So these are just statistics. So what we require is a balancing a dopamine. So how to balance this particular dopamine? So what are the healthy ways to increase the dopamine? So they're saying that you go for the walk, do the exercise, you can go for do the meditation, deep breathe, chakrasan, take a sunlight, very important part, change the diets, okay, cut down the sugar, very important part. Now we are very much keen and known that sugar is one of the biggest part of having the illness. Maximum contribution is from the sugar part. Eat good almond, spinach, dark chocolates, all these eggs, bananas, fish, appreciation. And one very important part is now you have to change your lifestyle. There is no any other medicine, because we all know that for us, no one can take your illness and work. In office, there will be the peon. In office, there will be some clerk to work for you. For your body, no one is there. You have to work for yourself. So it's very important that key for that 100% we have to change our lifestyle and work accordingly. Every time, yes, we all here set some goal and we have to achieve that. We have done NAC, we do the NBA. But what he's saying, or that dopamine is advising is that don't take much burden at a time. Okay, do with a small component, go slowly. Okay, whatever I can do today, think that and complete it and get a reward, get a pleasure, and then do. So he's saying that have a short goals. Yes, you may have a dream very high, but he's saying that yes, you try and see that you curtail it in a small components and try to achieve it. Otherwise, I do much more work, I do heavy hard work, but I say that yes, today nothing has been happened. So don't get disturbed due to that, and don't force your dopamine to degenerate from your particular body. So whatever you can do, or in morning only you say that yes, this is me only possible. If it is okay, it's okay. Otherwise, you work for it. So don't take a stress of that. Then take cold shower. Healthy sleep is very important. You can hear the various any mantras, music, whatever it is there. Just it is a good here to see that yes, these are also the methods of getting a good dopamine. This is some of the Ayurveda herbs. Here are the principal series there of the Ayurveda. Why I have put it? Because I'm working on this particular thing. One of my students is working on developing some of the drugs for the dopamine. So just we are working, but not yet concrete. Just it is we have started with the working on this particular dopamine. Yes, when we get some person is stuck in the Parkinson as on now, there is only one drug that is Endorphin. Okay, you go for any doctor, surgeon, he or she will only adjust the dose of the person. There is no any other medicine which has been available on as on now. Only what I have given, that is some of the Ayurveda formulation is there, and this is only the drug which is there. But this drug actually, there are some of the limitations of the drug, and it is just like what we can call. We become the yes. There are the various side effects are there. It suppresses the many activities of the people, but if we try to take it, there is no stoppage, and only the thing is that we can just curtail whatever the level is there. We will say that it doesn't go high, but it will be there. There is no any medicine which will lower all these things. There are only the general practice things the person has to do, like whatever the exercise are told, dancing is there, laughing is there, that activity only that person can do, and but medicine is not there. So what I want to tell is that medicine is a problem. Next is a serotonin, which is regulates our mood, sleep, and appetite. As we know that this is a pathway of the serotonin. As I told, it is a mood elevation, increase our level. It will give the feel good will be there. Our sadness and depression will be reduced. Appetite changes also being happen. Learning we do good when the serotonin level is good. Then we improve the sleep is good, decrease our anxiety, and very important that serotonin, where it is been generated, this is only the chemical which is 90% is generated in our guts. Okay, so gut chemicals which are there, if those are good, then only the things happen in the serotonin is good. So whatever we eat, okay, is responsible for getting good serotonin. And very important part ki how we eat it. Okay, I am eating, TV is on. I am eating, my mobile is on. I'm eating some activity is been doing. So it will not give the good guts, and it will not produce a good chemicals of serotonin. So we have to see that this serotonin is a very important part. If this is not there, so here you can see that there is a gastrointestinal issues are there, where the serotonin depression is there, sleep disturbance is there, depression is there, increased appetite, and migraine problems also arise when there is a less serotonin is there. So these are the natural ways of boosting the serotonin. Eat good food, which is the thyropians. The here the serotonin is being generated. Vitamin D is a very important parameter for that, and we have to take at least a good sunlight in the morning of 15 minutes, which actually we all people are missing it to get a sunlight. Movement of our body thing, change in our thoughts, then adopt some herbs and some stress management activities are required. These are all the feel good foods which have been required to increase the serotonin level in this. These are the few seeds and nuts which increase the level of the serotonin in your body. These are all the soya products which can increase the level of serotonin. And these are all the activities, as I told you, that sunlight, yoga, cycling, jogging, meditation, swimming. These are all the natural ways of increasing the our serotonin level. And what change in the thought we have to do? So just have to change something from you. You can go and see your vacation photos that boost your things. Make a good gratitude list that we all these things have been vanished because we are packed with the all many activities. Read inspirational books. We know that Honorable Vice Chancellor is very fond of reading the books, and we all has to practice because this is see that now only the reading is not giving you; it is increasing your serotonin, means it is decreasing your many illness when we are reading something. Watch comedy movies or any dramas and all the things, because here serotonin also tells about the how we can engage in our things, reach to out to the your good friends so that you can share and care with them. And these are all the herbs which are ashwagandha is very important part, and Sanjeevani Bhuti. These are the two herbs which are very important to increase the serotonin level. Then all these parts, natural ways of getting the stress management, and these are the selective medicines which are once again just like a uh, dopamine. There are also some medications are there. And then the third and very important part is the endorphin. Endorphin is a nothing but it is a pain relieving parameters. So it is a feel good, or it reduces the pains in our body. It's enhance our moods, reduce the stress, enhance the immune system, and appetite control. So one of the very important part of the increase the endorphin is a best activity is laughing. So as much as we laugh, as much as we are very happy, the endorphin level will be increased. So wherever you are having very huge pains in your body, see some comedy movies, see some comedy film, see some comedy drama. Ultimately, your endorphin level will be increased and your pains will be relieved. Your stress will reduce. Your appetite will surprise. As decrease, you can see here stress and everything is been increasing when the things are been changing. So we require the balancing endorphin. So these are all the activities I told you that you can have the strength activities, hydration. We drink good amount of the water, 3 to 4 liters. See the music, you can hear the music. As I told that laughter and socialism is a very prominent part to increase our endorphin over there. There is a no age limit for anyone to play. Please keep in mind and be a playfulness. We become a very bit oxidant that can now I am a professor and I am having this. I'm a vice principal. How I can play with my some, colleagues and all the things. So we should forget it because you are a principal, but you are a first human being. Your existence is important. So for that 100% we have to work, good meditate yourself, then have stress management, good health. And last is very important, that is a oxytocin. It is called as a love hormone, but very important part that this hormone requires unconditional love. Many love what we do, we put some condition and we love it, and that is does not increase your oxytocin. Very important part. So that here that we have forget that key. We love someone, but there is some conditions are put. So that will not boost your oxytocin. So for that, we have to have the good social bonding. One of the best example of full of oxytocin is a mother and a child baby. So when child is with her for 9 months, if you check the level of oxytocin, it will be very high. In that case, when there is some touch to somebody, then your oxytocin level is very high. The positive social interactions, everything will be work for you. This is just a negative of when there is a decrease in the oxytocin. These things will be 100% happen. And so nowadays we can see that many pets are there in many houses, and one of the reason is this: they want to balance the oxytocin. Okay, the physical touch and with your pets, as I told you, that skin to skin touch with mother or anyone, engage with a positive, meaningful social with your friends, families, and one. Then seek your professional help, nutrition, your physical activities, your act of the kindness. So don't worry about your stress; it will come and it will go, and be laugh and take your place. So as I told you that when we're doing all these things, it's a very important that as on now we have to change ourselves and we accept it. Change is a permanent on the earth, please keep in mind. And acceptance level should be there at every moment. No one knows that after this particular lecture what Sachin Sawan will be. He will be vice principal or he will be kicked out. No one knows. Everyone has to accept that anything can happen. So that mentality we have to keep in a mind and prepare ourselves, and don't think that I am this and I am that. Every moment what is there, we have to adapt the change and we have to accept it and we have to go ahead. So what we require, we have to change the attitude. So very important part, someone who knows in numerology, they have given the calculation that attitude is only having 100%. So if we change our attitude, everything is possible. But if your attitude is not changed, nothing is possible. So very important part is that if you want to be happy, if you want to keep your disease away, you have to change your attitude and you have to work for your best. First thing what we have to do and we have to start is love yourself. बहुत बार हम ये भूल गए हैं कि we don't love ourselves, we don't appreciate ourselves, we don't say that yes, Sachin, you are doing a good work. We try to appreciate yourself. We pay the gratitude to the people. We say thank you that हाँ चलो maybe that जाते वक्त आप बोलेंगे प्रसाद सर आपने arrangement अच्छे किया है. You will pay the gratitude. But we don't pay gratitude to our body. This body is working for last 43 years or whatever the age you all people have. Have you appreciated your body? Have you paid gratitude to your body? Have you said thank you to your eyes that you have given me the sight and I can see this beautiful world? Have you said thank you to your ears, what you can hear, what we are discussing? So we are not giving gratitude to our body. We are not loving ourselves. So every day, now today we are inaugurating happiness forum. That time we will discuss that we have planned that at least upon a week we are planning and acknowledge that we'll pray the gratitude to all the. I will give you all the gratitude list of your body, what to pay. So it's a required for all of us. Because why we are doing this? Because there are 300 trillion cells are there in a body. And these cells get motivated. 3 trillion cells get motivated. So see what happiness component and what energy you will have in you. If we are giving a gratitude to your body, and this will work and it will 100% increase the benefit. So focus on yourself, and every time we have to see that there is a balance of the life. Work and rest, we have to balance it. Overworking kitna karna hai, stress, under resting kitna karna hai, always stress kitna rehna hai. Then getting every time we have forget to smile because we are every time in the stress and we think that theek hai kal kar denge. So we should not keep it high. So we have to balance it and we have to prioritize ourselves, because if you don't give a priority to yourself, so that's why you should give a priority to grow, priority for your dreams, priority for your self-care, priority for your boundaries, for your peace, your mental health. So you give the priority me first, very important. Unless until me is a component is coming in front of you, every time you think that कि नहीं मैं फिर से ये अच्छा नहीं कि मैं मेरे को first put कर रहा हूँ. But yes, it is required, because if you are existence, then only you can have the gratitude to someone, you can help someone, you can work for someone, you can do activity for someone. But if you are not there, you can't do anything. So it is a very important, your priority should be me first, not others. Okay. And just to mention, I'll take a 2 minutes over here. You know that people in the Japan are very healthy at the age of 95. So these are only the things they are mentioning, because just I read the Ikigai and some points just I mentioned over here, The stress level, as I told you that normally we all people are stressed, and one of the university has given this case study on this, that our cortisol level increases. We don't know what level it increases. It increases at that level when that our immune system get activated, and when immune system get activated, we know that there are the fighter 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 cells get activated. That fighter cells has the activity to fight only, to kill something which is ahead of them. But when they are activated, when there is no any enemy in front of them, so what they will do? They will kill your active cells. तो ये stress हम इतना लेते हैं, cortisol इतना generate होता है, we don't know that that level is increasing in such a way that we are killing ourselves, and we don't know that. So we have to balance the stress. We have to have the stress relieving activities when we think that yeah, some कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो रहा है. So sit, relax, cool, calm, listen some music, do all the activities what we are discussing. Any activities very easy. अभी बहुत problem है आजकल. Means we go for the walk early in the morning, and we set the time. That the steps are being set 10,000 steps. Okay, and if you do 9,000 steps, we are unhappy. Why? We have not completed 10,000. That's okay. At least you have done 9,000. There are the many thousands of people are not doing at least one step. You have done 9,000. So there also we are having stress. Means we are doing the activity, but we are in stress. So we don't know that. So we have to see that how the things has to be changed. Accept the problem and challenges with smile. Yes, every day there will be a challenge. Every day there will be a problem. But every day if you try to stress, so take a smile and go. It will go. Nothing is a perfect every time. Every time we think that कि आज मुझे बहुत अच्छा काम करना है, ये लेक्चर अगर देना है तो yes, I have spent my night also in this lecture कि कुछ अच्छा होना चाहिए. But every time it is not possible that everything will be perfect. Means some people are very fond of all the dressing sense. कि आज ये नहीं है तो मैं I will not do. ठीक है, it's okay. We have to take it away and go away. That's why they say that it should be in the flow. It is not every time everything will be perfect in life. Very important part in the good friends. If I give an activity to you and ask you that just list 10 friends, your best friends. Okay, but Kore sir has given me 30 minutes only. I think it has been over. So if that list is there, I will damn sure I will tell you that out of 10, the 7 friends will be a childhood. Why? Because that friendship is without any clause. It was without any clause. Nowadays, whatever the friends we are having, it is a professional friend. It is something is there in that friendship. They have some meaning for that, and that's why they're saying that good friends is very important. So have a maximum good friends. Don't eat full of stomach, as you know that they eat in the bowls. So we have to practice it. Very important part. They're saying that they celebrate the birthday in increase one level of fitness. If my sugar level is this and this, it should be reduced. My BP is 140, it should become 120. Okay. If I am having some disease, it should reduce. That is a celebration of either particular birthday. So we should now change our celebration type, and we have to see that. And we should be in a state of learning new things. That is very important part, because learning is a long life and we should not stop it. Okay. So to keep a happy minds, happy life. As I told that you are architect of your yourself, you are an engineer of life yourself. Create your own happiness, okay? And don't wait that kal chalu karenge, aaj chalu karenge. So we should start it today only and practice it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.